We
Good
are
morning.
so thankful to have Mo Sadeddin, recruiter with Just Right Cleaning and Construction. Mo will be sharing some great information about career opportunities in Moses Lake, Wenatchee, and Yakima. Before we dive in, I wanted to share how this Zoom event will work. To keep the noise levels to a minimum, all microphones will be muted during the presentation. At the end of the presentation, we'll have some dedicated time for questions. You'll have an opportunity to share your questions through the chat feature by clicking the chat button on the bottom of your screen or by raising your hand. We will call on folks who raise their hand and enable audio so they can ask their question. For anyone joining us on Facebook Live, please use the comment section to ask questions you may have. Now it is my pleasure to turn this over to Mo Sadeddin with Just Right Cleaning Construction to introduce himself and kick off the presentation. Take it away, Mo.
Good morning, guys. My name is Mo Sadeddin. I'm with Just Right Cleaning and Construction. I'm the recruiter for the Yakima, Moses Lake, and Wenatchee area. We're going to be going over some slides here, kind of give you a little bit of information about us and who we are and what it is that we're looking for. We started out, Blaine Justison started the business in 1985, which means we've been in business for 36 years in Moses Lake. We are the largest Eastern Washington restoration company, and I believe we're the highest paying restoration company in Eastern Washington as well. We've been family owned ever since. Ben Justison purchased the business from his father approximately 12 years ago. And since then, we've shifted some things and we've added a couple of different locations. We have Yakima now, which is where I'm based out of, as well as Moses Lake. A lot of people don't know what exactly what restoration company does. And basically what we do is insurance work for your home and business. Anything to do with black mold, fire damage, tree damage, wind damage, water damage, and any emergency services that you might need due to unfortunate circumstances at your home. So we've been around for 36 years and looking to be around for another 36 years. One of the key things for us is we don't do layovers. We've never laid anybody off up until last year when the government asked us to close down for a couple of weeks. So we're very steady. We've always got work and we're always looking for good people. We can go ahead and go to the next.
Hi, I'm Shawn in Wenatchee. I'm the lead mitigation technician. My typical day consists of demoing houses, setting drying equipment, and monitoring the dry-out process. It's very rewarding to help out the customers every day. Get to help them in a time of disaster and get to see the satisfaction once their house starts getting put back together. JRCC's helped me grow in my career. They provide trainings that they pay for. You get certified in a lot of different fields and grow your knowledge base on how to restore houses.
So one of the things that Shawn mentioned there, we do a lot of training. All of that training is paid by us as a company. However, the benefits go to you. So you're the one that hold those certifications, not the company. Our first 2 years for a mitigation technician, we can spend anywhere from $5,000 all the way up to close to $10,000-$15,000 worth of training. We just had guys over in Minneapolis, I believe, doing some water damage training. And it is something that we don't just train in water damage. We train across the field in both water, fire, mold, and asbestos training as well. So it's one of those things that folks, if you're not interested in going to a long-term school, this will be a great opportunity for you to get some education and be able to hold those certifications. They're not only valid here in the state of Washington, but they're also valid across the country and even in some other countries as well. 24 hours emergency service. Who's planning for a water damage, right? So water damages and fires happen at all hours of the night. We are a 24-hour response. So everyone that we hire, we ask them to participate in a rotation schedule. That rotation schedule comes with additional bonus for the week for being on call, and then a secondary bonus for every time you have to go out on a call. So, and plus those hours are always overtime. We're not going to send you home early on a Friday because we don't want to pay you overtime for those hours. So our average mitigation technician are working anywhere from 10 to 15, 17 hours of overtime a week. Yeah, we can go ahead and skip to the next one. The ideal candidate, what does that mean, right? We're looking for somebody that's going to fit our culture. We're looking for somebody that's looking for a place to call home long term, and really a place that they can feel as they belong here. We have some entry level positions right now, which is a mitigation technician, and that position, basically, you are the first responders. We are going to send you out on the calls. We're going to get you trained on water, mold, fire, wind damages, and we're going to give you all the tools and the benefits to allow you to be able to go out there and know what you're talking about. Lead mitigation position that requires a little bit more experience. We are asking that you have some certifications already. The IICRC, the water damage, that's a must. You must be able to know how to handle the water loss, basically. And then, it'd be helpful if you had the mold and the fire as well. Drywallers and painters. We're always looking for drywallers and painters. Right now, we have positions available in both Yakima and Moses Lake. We have 2 openings actually in Moses Lake and 1 in Yakima. If you are a master drywaller and painter, give us a call. We offer great benefits. We have company vehicles. We also have a signing bonus, as well as a truck full of tools. You must be 21 years or older, and we do that because our insurance requires us to have 21 and over driving our vehicles, and you must be able to pass a background check as well as a clean driving record. So you can go ahead and skip to the next. Finished carpenters. Guys, we need finished carpenters in both areas as well. This one comes with $1,000 signing bonus. Again, you must be 21 years old and older, and you must have a clean background check. A finished carpenter to us is somebody that basically knows how to build a home from start to finish. Our focus really is going to be an interior remodel. However, there is going to be those few times where you're going to have to do some framing, some roof work, some trusses. You might have to get into some foundation work and so forth. So when we say finished carpenters, we're looking for the guys that are able to do things from start to finish, anything in between as far as construction goes. We also have a construction project manager in Moses Lake. This position pays anywhere between $30 and $37 an hour, comes with $1,000 signing bonus, company vehicle, computer, cell phone. And basically, we're looking for somebody that's been around the trade a little bit, understands what it takes to manage jobs, manage people, and be able to handle customers. You have to be great with your organization skills, your ability to multitask and order materials and get guys at the job sites and communicate with homeowners and so forth. That is a very, very important trait, that they must be able to do that. As well as, of course, they got to be able to be flexible with their schedule. We work quite a bit of overtime, and that is something that we want to be upfront with folks that, here at JRCC, we ask everybody to be available for the times of needs. Our customers are always, they're not planning these damages. They're not planning these things. So we have to be mindful of that and understand that sometimes it's, 7 o'clock at night and we have to answer some questions and we might have to jump on the phone. So another position that we have here is the recruiter. Actually, that is my position. I'm going to be moving out of state, sadly. Going to be missing this place quite a bit. Been able to be here for a little bit of time. And one of the things to me that has been great to be a part of the team, it's been, I'm able to balance my home life and my work life. And I get to meet a lot of, cool people and work with some awesome coworkers. Um, I've had the freedom really to just be myself here and be able to not only be held accountable but hold other accountables as well with having some tough conversations sometimes. But the recruiter job is something that you will be doing quite a bit of driving. I cover all three areas. So I might have interviews at Moses Lake and then have to pop back to Yakima for a late interview. Or I might start my day in Wenatchee and then bounce over to Moses and then back to Yakima all in one day's work. So um, it is a position that offers anywhere from 50 to 67,000 a year. For this particular position, comes with a $400 tool bonus that gives you the opportunity to purchase some tools. So when you are on call, you have the tools necessary to do your job, and company vehicle, cell phone, as well as a computer. Uh, we offer full benefit package after your 90 days. And then from there, after our year, we have a retirement account that we match up to 3%. So we'll go ahead and go to the next slide, please. Qualify applicants. Everyone is qualified. We have a position waiting for you here with all levels of skills. Your only must qualification is your 21 and over, clean driving record, and clean background check. Those are the three things that are a must. If you're new to the work environment, we suggest you're applying for the mitigation positions. If you have carpentry skills, of course, we have different levels of positions there. So you can go to our website at jrcconline.com, click on careers page, and then you can choose the position you want to apply for. You can also reach out to me at recruiting@jrcconline.com, and I'll be able to help you through that process. You do need to have a driver's license, again, 21 years and older, as well as clean background check. Go ahead and next slide, please.
Now it's time for us to open up for questions. Please feel free to type any questions you have in the chat box or unmute yourself and ask away. Just as a reminder, if you have anyone joining us on Facebook Live, please feel free to type your questions in the comment section. So we're open for questions now.
What do I like best about my job? The freedom and the trust that I receive here in order to do my job and really not be micromanaged. I'm also a family guy. I have 4 kids, so we're always got something going on, and I've been able to juggle both and not have any issues. I would say that. Entry level position for mitigation. So that position starts off at $15.50 an hour, and then it tops off at $19 an hour or $18.50, excuse me, for a mitigation technician. Once you graduate from there, then you move up to your lead technician position, and that position pays up to $26 an hour. Absolutely. We provide a ton of training for our entry level positions. We send guys out to classes. These classes are usually 3 to 4 days long, sometimes a week, and we schedule them well ahead in advance so you can travel to them. We pay for your travel. We usually fly you out, or if it's local here within the state, you're just gonna drive yourself with your company vehicle. So we have water classes, we have mold classes, we have fire classes, contents management classes. And then internally, our owner, Ben Justison, is also an Xactimate trainer. So you're going to learn how to use Xactimate as well as several other softwares that the industry uses as well. Yeah, the carpenter's got to have a little bit of experience. 1 to 2 years, 1 to 3 years experience is what we're asking for a carpenter to have. Um, Typically, when you're that young within that industry, you're more geared towards I'm a framer, or I'm a drywaller, or I can do trim. We are always looking for guys that can do all the way through all of those things within that position. However, we're willing to train the right candidate if they have the right attitude and the right um, what's the word I'm looking for, core values that we're looking for.
And so, Mo, what does a career path look like for someone in Just Right Cleaning Construction? For like a high school student, what classes could they prepare themselves for in a job there, or maybe some courses that could help them land a career path with you?
What I suggest you guys reaching out to your skill source and take the carpentry program, and I think all three areas offer the carpentry program through either Skill Source or YV Tech here in Yakima. I believe who's over there in Moses Lake that offers that. I think it is YV Tech, correct? So I would take the carpentry program for that area. As far as the entry level, the mitigation, usually there's not a lot of classes unless you're on the field. You're doing that work. You don't have those classes, so we send them out to train. So for the entry level mitigation position, you got to be on time. You got to work on your communication skills. Make sure that you're ready to hit the work. Um, hit the ground running in a sense. Good positive attitude, and just understanding that here it's not just a paycheck for us. We love what we do. We enjoy helping our community put their homes and businesses back together, and we want folks that share that same vision to work here with us.
Thank you. Does a carpenter have to have certain amount of years for experience?
1 to 3 for a carpenter. When they're, when they don't have a whole lot of experience, usually what that means is they've worked for somebody doing a certain trade like siding or framing, or maybe they did just general labor. We're looking for experienced carpenters. However, we will train the right candidate.
Thank you. And is there much travel required for any of these positions?
So the recruiting, yes. The recruiting is something I put about 1,000 miles a week in our company vehicle. I'm given a vehicle and a credit card to pay for gas and other items that I need. So yeah, that recruiting position there is. However, the mitigation, sometimes when we're really busy at an area, if we get slammed in Moses Lake, maybe our Yakima guys would drive down there and help them for the day. One of the things that I feel separates us from others is we pay for our drive time. So you're getting paid to and from the job. We're not asking you to donate your time to us by driving yourself to a job site. You come to the office, you pick up your company vehicle, and we're going to pay you from the time you leave to the time you come back.
What tools do you need?
So most construction companies is going to ask you to have your own tools in your own truck. We don't. We provide every tool with a cord. You must have your hand tools. And that $400 bonus that everyone gets, including the carpenters, that is to pick up. Maybe they lost their hammer, or maybe they don't have an impact driver. That $400 is for you to go purchase that. So besides your tool belt and the drill set, basically, we provide everything else. Saws, we provide chop saws, table saws, and basically a company truck full of tools needed for the trade.
And for any young folk that are out there looking, do you have a piece of advice for them personally?
Rome wasn't built in one day, and we have positions starting at $15.50 an hour, and we have positions that can pay up to, close to $100,000, if not more, depending on overtime. So this is a long-term career path. JRCC could be a place for you that you can start at 21 as a mitigation technician, and at someday be managing an entire department. So it's definitely a place that you can plan long-term, but you have to be patient. You have to understand that, it takes time for you to climb the ladder and get you to the next spot. And the beautiful thing here is that all of our positions are posted within the company first. So anybody that wants my position as a recruiter here in the company, they can apply for it, and we would consider them and go through the same process as anybody else.
What would be some of the challenges that you address in these types of positions at Just Right Cleaning and Construction?
It could be a bit frustrating sometimes for new employees, because we have so many meetings, so many training sessions that, sometimes they feel like, oh, I already know how to do that. But we want to make sure that we have the best of the best as a crew, and it takes a lot of training to get to that point. So just being patient and understanding that you're going to learn something new every day. And just like every other job, right, there's going to be days you don't want to get out of bed, or you don't want to leave the house late at night for an on-call. But understanding that you're helping, you're serving your community by doing that, because, nobody's planning for a house fire, and then that customer leaves and goes to a hotel or to the Red Cross. Their doors are, left open, and the fire truck is still there, and there's still smoke coming out. We get to show up, board it up, secure their contents, and make sure that they can rest a little easier, knowing that their home is secure or their water damage is being taken care of. So that is something that not a lot of fields can offer, that satisfaction of being able to be so helpful to your community.
So you mentioned you conduct background checks. Are there any factors that would automatically disqualify one from applying? Is there flexibility depending on the specific situations?
Yeah, we looked at every situation as individually. We don't have a set standard. We do send that over to our insurance, because we do insurance work and we do a lot of referral. We work with third-party companies. They look at that as a whole, and then they make a decision if we can approve it or not.
And then also, I know that you mentioned that you guys look at driving records. Is there anything that would be detrimental, or is that, do you even look at parking tickets? What would be something that would be end all?
We look at DUIs, and we look at reckless driving. Those would be the biggest that we can't, and that's within the 5 years. Driving tickets, I believe you can have 2, maybe 3 within the last 5 years. But those other 2, the DUIs and the reckless drivings, would be the ones. If you have an SR22, more likely we can't hire.
Okay, perfect. Does anybody else have any other questions? If you're Facebook Live with us, please type your questions in the comment section.
We got to keep going. I'm just starting to feel comfortable.
And if you are with us on Zoom, feel free to unmute yourself and ask your own questions if you have. Okay, hearing none, I think we can go to the next slide, please.
Our local WorkSource staff are always here to help you with any job search assistance you may need. Please reach out to us directly to schedule a one-on-one appointment if you would like assistance with applying for any of these positions. Have a great afternoon and thank you again. Next slide. SkillSource is our training partner and offer retraining opportunities. To find out more, attend one of our daily in-person orientations at 10 a.m. at WorkSource Central Basin. Call 509-766-6300 to schedule your appointment today. Next slide.
And don't forget to subscribe with us on our YouTube channel. It's the Career Connect Washington North Central YouTube channel. Here you can find all of the recordings from the virtual Meet the Employer events, as well as other career panels and career connected learning resources that are there for you. The bit.ly is CCLWA North Central, and there you can find all of those awesome videos.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you, Tammy McBride and the Apple STEM Network for your continued partnership on these events. If you are interested in attending a future Meet the Employer, please check out the WorkSource Walk calendar or the Apple STEM Network Facebook page to register in advance. Our next Meet the Employer event is next Tuesday, June 1st, when we will join by Mid-Value Hospital.
Thank you all so very much, and we hope you have a great rest of your afternoon.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming, Mo.